What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and I talked about this like 6 days ago. I made a video about the topic we're going to talk about today, just kind of tongue-in-cheek, making a comment about what I saw. And you can see here, Disney changes Star Wars timeline to center on their movies, not Lucas's. Now, when I made these comments, I'll let you hear them for yourself. A little offensive to me, they're now using this BSI. As before Starkiller incident and after Starkiller incident. We used to refer to everything as BBY and ABY because, before the Battle of Yavin, after the Battle of Yavin, that was important. But, that was original trilogy, so we got to shit on that. Make it before Starkiller incident, after Starkiller incident, of course. Now, at that point, I wasn't sure if it was just something for, this book, just this visual dictionary. It seemed a little funny to me that we introduced this new dating system like that before Starkiller Incident, after Starkiller Incident. And just to be specific, it is based on when Starkiller fired and blew up the Hosnian system. So it's not based on when they blew it up. As before the Battle of Yavin and after the Battle of Yavin, that was centered around when they blew the Death Star up, right? Not when the Death Star fired on Alderaan. But let's just go through this here. We'll break it down for you, and I'll tell you why it's so irritating to me and to so many other fans that it's just more of the same. More of kill the past, or let the past die, kill it if you have to. That's literally exactly what they're going to be doing with this new dating system. Lucasfilm has revealed a new Star Wars calendar system, and this time it's dated around the sequel trilogy, not A New Hope. Disney has reset the Star Wars timeline around the sequel trilogy. So not only was The Force Awakens effectively a small reboot, a soft reboot for Star Wars, it was literally a reboot for their timeline now, according to this new system. Every event in Star Wars history has traditionally been related to the Battle of Yavin 4, which took place in the first Star Wars movie. Thus, Star Wars The Force Awakens is dated 34 years after the Battle of Yavin. Of course, the in-universe calendar is different, but amusingly it's still linked to the Battle of Yavin, just a more esoteric way. And that's kind of true, right? So Pablo Hidalgo's in-universe reference books use a dating system referred to as CRC. Dates the Battle of Yavin as 7977, the 1977 release of Star Wars plus 6000. And in this CRC, we never really got a real abbreviation for what that was for. We had a lot of speculation, things like something to do with the Republic, something to do with maybe Coruscant. We weren't sure, but it was just used in, Pablo Hidalgo's reference book, like this, the Scum and Villainy reference book, where it talks to events that happened before, that were documented before the Battle of Yavin. Hence, that's why they wouldn't be using that BBY vernacular. It was like actual files on people who had been arrested or things like that, specifically in Scum and Villainy, from what I remember. So that's why they wouldn't use BBY on something that happened, before the Battle of Yavin was ever established. And definitely in Star Wars history, there has been different time periods which they use different things depending on events in galactic history. For instance, the Battle of Ruusan or the Treaty of Coruscant. Big things in galactic history would sometimes make them reset their timeline. Does it make sense theoretically that before Starkiller Incident, after Starkiller Incident could be one of those moments in Star Wars history? Yeah, sure. But for us as Star Wars fans, that is shocking because, again, BBY, ABY has been around for decades. That's how we've referred to things. If this is the case, and if Lucasfilm is going this way, and that's how they're going to be doing everything from now on, it is just one more clear indication to me that they are trying to forget about the original trilogy, move forward with Star Wars. And that's, to anyone who has been a George Lucas Star Wars fan, I think you can understand why that's a little, it feels like you're being pushed out, almost. That's what it feels like. Surprisingly, the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary unveils a new dating system orienting around Disney's sequel trilogy. The Force Awakens referred to as the Starkiller Incident, meaning the calendar divides around BSI and ASI. So the movies are dated like this: Phantom Menace 66 BSI, Attack of the Clones 56, Revenge of the Sith 53 BSI, Solo: A Star Wars Story, can't forget that, mainly 44, Rogue One 34, and also Star Wars. afterwards referred to as A New Hope, 34 BSI. Empire Strikes Back, 31. Return of the Jedi, 30. Force Awakens and Last Jedi, 0, because they happen right back to back. And Rise of Skywalker, 1 ASI. And then this is kind of the author's interpretation on reflection. It's easy to understand why they've reset the calendar at this point. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker features the return of Emperor Palpatine, meaning there's a clear line of continuity running all the way through the Skywalker saga, quote-unquote Skywalker saga. This new dating system allows viewers to understand that Palpatine became Chancellor 67 years ago, founded the Empire 54 years ago, and was killed 31 years ago. Was killed, all right. At the same time, though, and this is my hope right here, what this guy says, the new system is unlikely to stick. The simple fact is that it all began in 77 with the first Star Wars, and everything really does flow from that moment Luke Skywalker decided to leave Tatooine and rewrite the history of the galaxy. That's why even Hidalgo's in-universe calendar revolves around 77 in its own way, because he's smart enough to know that any other dating system is not going to be accepted in the long run by a fandom who dislikes change. Well, hopefully this new calendar will appear once in Star Wars Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary and then will be discarded. And that is my hope as well. And that's kind of why when I first saw it, I didn't really make a one way or the other. I kind of made a tongue-in-cheek comment about it. But I really hope that they don't move forward with this. Because if they do, like I said, like the author says, people don't like change. People especially don't like change when it seems like you're shitting on something that's very important to them. And when you're saying that this is more important than this, and that's why you're doing that, I can see where fans would be coming from to be upset. It's the first thing I was upset. Makes me feel like, again, old fans are being pushed out and saying you don't matter. These are the new fans we want. So, but that's just me. Maybe I overreacted to it a couple days ago. Maybe I'm overreacting now. I want to know what you think. Do you think that a new dating system based on the Starkiller incident, ASI, BSI, would be good for Star Wars? Do you think that fans would accept it, or do you think that they would reject it and prefer to keep the BBY, ABY that has been known for so long? I mean, you look at these books back here, the 150 novels I got back here, and everything in this timeline. Granted, this is Legends. This is Legends, expanded universe, right? Forget about that. We have the new stuff, right? That's what you like, the new stuff. All of this is reference to BBY, ABY, and that is forever what it will be to me. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, smash the like button, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.